everybody. So I'm here today with two of my medium-sized parrots. I've got Sydney the cockatiel, which a lot of you guys are probably familiar with, and then this guy back here is Mango. Mango's my son Conure. And so these two types of birds are becoming so popular that I thought maybe some people might like a comparison video in case you're kind of stuck in between which birds you're going to get if you're going to get one of these medium-sized parrots. So first of all, general overview. Medium birds like Sydney do take a lot of care. So if this is your first parrot, then please do some research on what it takes to own these guys and be a good owner to these guys. They can be very messy. Some of them can be pretty loud, and actually that's a pretty big difference between cockatiels and conures, their level of noise. And then, you know, they eat a lot. They need vet care. So if you don't have an avian vet that's close by that you can trust, that knows specifically about birds, if something happens, you're going to be in trouble. So it's very important to do research really on any pet that you're getting. But birds do require specialized care. So for sure with those guys, make sure that you understand what you're getting into before you get any type of bird. All right, so let's talk about conures. So these cute little guys are South American birds. So they are from a very tropical environment. Again, Mango is a sun conure, so he's on the bright side. Got him because I absolutely love his colors and his size. Sun conures are on the louder end of the conure spectrum, and I kind of will start out talking about that. So conures can be loud. I would consider them louder than cockatiels. Mango I can actually hear outside of my house if he really starts getting loud. If you're living in an apartment or you're living with roommates that may not appreciate a loud bird in the house, or you're even in a house that's in close proximity to another house, you might not want to get a conure, especially not one that is Mango size. You can probably get away with a green cheek or something that's a little bit smaller, but the larger conures can be quite loud. Another thing about conures that I would like to mention is that they can be kind of bitey. So this to me would be more of an intermediate type bird because you do have to really understand how to work with them. If they do tend to get a little bit more demanding and bitey with you, that is something that you definitely don't want to reinforce. So at least get some experience or some information about training birds if you haven't had any before, because it probably will help you out a lot if you're going to get a conure and you need to do some training and work with it. That being said, conures are actually highly trainable. So conures can learn tricks, conures can learn to talk, but they are not the best talkers in the parrot world by far. Mango knows a couple of things that he says on occasion whenever he wants to, but sometimes they're hard to understand. So if you want a bird that talks a lot and the speech is clear, then a conure would probably not be your best choice. I would definitely say that Sydney is more clear when he talks than Mango is. So this pretty much sums up what conures are all about. Oh, Mango. Okay, so let's talk cockatiels. So cockatiels make wonderful pets. They're amazing parrots. They are originally from Australia, not specifically this bird. Sydney is from a breeder. Breeder birds are great, and adopted birds are really great as well. So those are two great avenues for you to get a bird. But these guys are amazing. They are very focused on their owner, so if you want a bird that really is going to enjoy flying around the room and pretty much ruining the shot, you can get cockatiels in all different types of colors. So you do have a variety to choose from, much like with Conures. Sydney happens to be a white-faced cockatiel, so he's missing that yellow and orange that you typically see on their face patches, as you can see. Sydney does not have that. So these guys can learn to talk. What really sets them apart, though, is their whistling. They're really, really good whistlers. And if you guys check out some of the other videos I have on this channel, I've got plenty of videos of Sydney talking and whistling. Males tend to be better at that than females, so if you want a prolific talking bird, you might want to consider getting a male if you can identify a male. One thing that I really want to mention with cockatiels is that they have a lot of dander that comes off of them. They are a very dusty bird. They are in the cockatoo family, and so there are a lot of problems that you can experience with these birds if you have allergies. And I will show you some of the surfaces in here that have the fine layer of dust on them that Sydney has been nice enough to share with me. So if you struggle with allergies, you might want to find out if a cockatiel is going to affect you adversely. So here's what I was able to collect on my finger just by running it across the bird perch that I have sitting in my bird room. As you can see, there is a lot of white feather dust that tends to settle in areas if you have a cockatiel nearby. So in summary, conures and cockatiels both make great pets. You just have to make sure that you're prepared for the specific things that each one requires for great care and for what they bring to your house with regard to personality and behaviors. The biggest thing, again, as I mentioned earlier, is that cockatiels have a lot of dander. So if you have allergies, then a cockatiel may not be for you. And if you're not prepared to train a bird or work with a bird, then a conure may not be the best for you, although most birds, all birds, require some level of training in order to make their handling a little bit easier. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and you guys enjoy your new feathered friend if you're considering getting a conure or cockatiel. And thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and like us and share us and leave some comments, and we'll see you in the next video.